You know, what we learned from Busch Gardens was just really open to a wider music family, a wider audience family, cosmopolitan people from everywhere, different kinds of shows, applying what you know to different kinds of music. My brother Joe playing keyboards, play some accordion. You know, Vic actually played some fiddle, some violin in one of the shows, and we meet people that we like. I just got back from Asheville working with Dr. Wayne Kirby, who's created serious composer software that allows you to do any kind of he's using chaos theory principles, but you can take any mathematics and create a tuning out of it. So, you know, even to this day, I've worked with Dr. Kirby many years, but I met him through Busch Gardens. He was supervisor.
Right.
And it was nice because he was a supervisor that was sort of from the real world in a sense, like, you know, working as a music director with this act and stuff. So he really was out there on stage being you know, there was a bit of immediacy. He understood the world we were from, where you're out there on stage in front of people night after night, you know, and really doing it in that medium. And that was really refreshing when Wayne came from that arena, playing with, I think, Blondie and people like that. And at the time, he was working on his PhD in some kind of super mathematic music architecture or something. And so to this day, man, it's how many years ago was that, Busch Gardens?
30 years now.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So here we are, 2010. I just left Dr. Kirby's house. In my pocket, I got a key. They just gave me a key. You know, when I come, all right, you got a key if we're not there, you know, because we're going to sit down, we're going to burn some brain cells and really get deep into something, figure some stuff out. And, you know, at the end of the day, you know, like I've got some different notes for my piano to play, different tunings and stuff. So, you know, Busch Gardens, you work, it's, you know, it's, there are lifetime connections too that you make. Vic worked in the show and he met his wife Holly in one of the shows. He was like, who's this bass player over here sitting back here, like running the whole show from his bass and, you know, cool and confident or whatever. And, you know, so many years later, wow, there's like, how many kids they got? 4 kids later. The whole next generation comes out of that. You know, Billy Drummond, I came in on a gold show at Busch Gardens to take Billy's place. You know, he's going on to do his dream to be a New York jazz drummer. That was his dream, man. And you can pick up records. Billy Drummond's doing just that. So it's really cool, man. Carter Beauford used to come to Busch Gardens, he says, and watch me do the Fest House show. Because he just loved the roles and stuff I was doing. At the time when he was coming, I was playing with Tom Wilkins.
Right.
So it was a high level musicality going on. High level musicality. And so, you know, we were playing dynamics and everything. Beautiful crush rolls and stuff. And you hear Carter doing that kind of stuff if there's an influence. You hear him doing that beautiful stuff in the Dave Matthews music to this day. Beautiful crush rolls. Just absolutely beauty. So if you can influence someone like that, or some kind of way they mirror back more than you would ever expect, that means a lot.
Right.
And Carter said he used to come over. I'm talking about now the camaraderie of music, you know, how it reaches out to a larger family, our family out to the community. But Carter used to come over when I'd be woodshedding, practicing with Billy Drummond in the summer. We'd be practicing hard, man, trying to learn how to speed our hands in my ride cymbals like Tony Williams, trying to figure out Max Roach, working out Elvin. I was always an Elvin man. Billy was a Max Roach man. So we taught each other the love for both, you know, but we'd be practicing all day and call each other up, then I'd go over his house because his dad had all the records. So we go over there and now we shared a little bit on his drums, talk about drums, and then listen to records all through the night. And so Carter used to come over and see these sessions that we were having, and we were so serious about the drums, he said, man, it made him like cancel his football scholarship. Because he was going to the school you went to, right?
James Madison.
James Madison on a football scholarship. He said he didn't take it. He said, I'm gonna stick with the drums. You know, I was like, man, you don't know how you influence someone and how that influences the destiny of a whole historical stream of music right there. Dave Matthews just played the Grammy Awards this year. It's a beautiful thing, man.
That's right.
Finally see them up there. And they were up for Record of the Year. But it was nice seeing Dave and Carter up there, you know, at the highest levels of music, man. And they got there not by compromise, man. They got there by doing their thing.
Right.
One of the most musical groups
right
up there that high.
Then, of course, one of your bandmates from the Flecktones was up there as well.
Bela.
Well, Bela won 2.
Bela won 2 out of 3 Grammys this year.
Right.
And then Jeff Coffin, who played with the Flecktones for the last 7-8 years, He's now a full-time Dave Matthews Band member.
Right.
You know, since the passing of Leroy Moore.
Right.
Great
Right.
saxophonist, one of the original founding members of Dave Matthews Band, passed away. And before he passed away, when he was sick, he said, let Jeff step in, because Jeff we've jammed with them a lot, so
Right.
there's a good camaraderie in there. So he suggested Jeff to come in and replace him till he came back, you know, because
Right.
Leroy was on the road to come back, man. That's why it was so shocking when he passed away. I was at his house the day before he passed away.
Right.
We were meeting about the Black Mozart. He brought down a guy from New York, Monty Ross, and that was Leroy's thing. Was he was a mastermind. He's the mastermind behind the Dave Matthews sound. We went to his funeral in Carter. They were talking Leroy stories that night, you know, and he was saying how Leroy was the key mastermind. First of all, Dave auditioned for Carter and Leroy in front of Carter and Leroy. They auditioned that they would help him do his music and start a band. It just audition, will they help him? You know, so they're listening. They talking to each other. He said, "Yeah, we like this guy. I think we'll help this dude." You know. And I remember Carter talking about, "Yeah, this guy's got something, man. We're gonna help him, man." And but they got their sound together, and everything was done right. And Leroy's like, "Man, this is good, but what this needs is some stomping fiddle." And when they said that, they all knew Boyd Tinsley. They said Boyd Tinsley was an oddball out. Everybody's playing football, drums, and guitar. Here's this guy playing violin. And when Leroy said that, they all looked at each other and went, "Boyd." And they said as soon as they got Boyd, they had crowds. They said they used to play and stuff, you know, wasn't no crowds. They said when Boyd came, that was the chemistry. He brought the crowd and everything. And they said the crowds only kept getting bigger since when Boyd got there. That was the key. And that was Leroy. You know, they got jazz, sax, and then fiddle and guitar. Everything is wrong, man, but it's so right. So anyway, you're talking about our brothers in our garage and the fraternity of music. You know, you see them, that's like family when we see that, man. Those are people that used to come over to the garage. You know, with the Flecktones, they used to, you know, we'd be on the road together. You know, we'd be playing a big club, big nice performing arts center, and they'd be playing a rock and roll club, sticky floor, bill cans, and you know, this kind of stuff. Then all of a sudden, boom, they just go through the roof, man, and we get to open for them. And I remember the first place we opened was the Hampton Coliseum, 5 minutes away from where we used to live. Mm-hmm. I could walk to the Hampton Coliseum, and I remember thinking, man, are they really going to fill this place up? They're just my friends, you know? You know, I'm not really, you know, aware of the full phenomenon that's going on. It's part of internet phenomenon too. It's just kind of like network. We're talking about network marketing. Wow, two people tell two, and it's like all of a sudden you're filling up stadiums. You don't even know how it happened, man. Like Dave said, everybody's singing his words. He doesn't even know how they know the words, man. You know, it's like this underground thing. So you see your friends, that place, Coliseum, filled up so fast. I was like, wow, man. But it's like you're proud of them. You're proud of your family. You see what's happening. Yeah. We're in the back here. We're at MasterMix. MasterMix, sorry. We're at MasterMix, and they are mixing a friend of yours, bass player friend named Joseph
Patrick Moore.
Joseph Patrick Moore, great bass player from Atlanta. I got a pleasure to play with a few years ago when Bob was setting off on his coast-to-coast tricycle ride. Grown man riding a tricycle.
That's right.
That's a modern style tricycle, so you got to check it out. Yeah. But anyway, we were doing some kind of fundraiser then, and that's when I met Joseph Patrick Moore, bass player, and he's here. We're at MasterMix here in Nashville, Tennessee, where he's mastering his CD, and it's sounding good. I'm gonna be back in there in just a little bit, but I'm sitting here with Bob's Music Connection, having a little chat before we go and break, and yeah.